What's going on guys, CasualSavage here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a zoom and spin transition in Premiere Pro. Now that's enough of me talking, watch this example. So here we are in Premiere Pro, and this is the project I edited for the intro. You can see it's quite a lot of things here. Anyway, heading over to our fresh project, this is how you'll need to set it up. Just have two clips next to each other. From over here, go over to the project and just click this button and then add an adjustment layer. From here, just make sure the width and the height match your actual video. Drag and drop this onto video track 1. Then what you want to do is go to the center, so you can press the up and the down arrow. As you can see, they then hook on to each of the ends of any clip you may have. So once in the center, select your adjustment layer, and then what you want to do is go back 6 keyframes. Now it doesn't have to be 6, it is all personal preference here. I just believe 6 is the best looking. I wouldn't go any less than 4 because that will be very fast. And then I wouldn't go any more than 12, otherwise it would be quite slow. Anyway, so we're going to press the left arrow on our keyboard 6 times, or however many times you want to. And we're going to press Ctrl K, that's going to cut it. Select the adjustment layer again, and of course head back to the center. Then we're going to go forward 6 keyframes, or however many frames you went back last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again press Ctrl K. Or Command K, and then we can delete the adjustment layers on the side. So we're left with this, which is bang on in the center of our clips. You also then want to duplicate this adjustment layer. So a quick and easy way to do that is holding Alt on your keyboard, drag and drop this above, just like that. Now what we're going to be working with first is the adjustment layer on video track 2. So the first thing you want to do is head over to your effects tab, and from here you want to type in replicate. And you'll see it is under video effects, under stylize and replicate. You want to drag and drop this onto video track 2 adjustment layer. Now this is how it's going to look. What we're going to be doing is changing the count from 2 to 3, and as you'll see you'll have 9 videos of the exact same thing. Now it is important you do this, and it will make more sense after the next step. Now heading back over to the effects tab, you want to then look for mirror, and as you can see it's under video effects, it's under distort and mirror. And again on video track 2, your adjustment layer, you want to drag this on. Now you want to drag this on not once, not twice, not 3 times, but actually 4 times onto the adjustment layer. So then when you click on your adjustment layer and you come over to the effect controls, you should be able to see 4 different mirrors. So as you can see, mirror, 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 mirror. Now no effect has taken place just yet, so this is where you'll need to be watching very carefully. So working with the first mirror here, you want to change the reflection center from 1920 by 540 to 640 by 540. You then want to change the angle to 180. So that's the first one done. The mirror 2, you want to change this to 1279 by 540. And you want the angle to stay at 0. And mirror 3, you want to change this one to 1920 by 719. And again, this angle is going to be at 90 degrees. And the final one here, you want to change this to 1920 by 360. And you're going to be changing this reflection here to -90 and select enter. As you can see, this is what it's going to look like. What you've done is got rid of all of them harsh lines which are on your screen. So it should look something like this. Now bear in mind, if you are, for example, have a 4K video, your settings will be slightly different. However, you can work off this settings I've put here and then just make sure the end result looks like this. So that's everything done with video track 2. We're now going to head back to video track 3 where we've actually done nothing just yet. So heading over to the effects again, what you want to do is type in transform. Now this will be under video effects, distort and transform. Drag and drop this onto video track 3 adjustment layer. So you want to scroll down, and the first thing you want to do is uncheck this right here, which is use composition's shutter angle. Now from here where it says scale, you want to change this to 300. And as you can see, the video is now back default. Now bear in mind there's loads of other videos around. That is because when we do the spin, of course, so as you can see, when we do the spin, then there will be no black bars. It will actually show the video, so it'll look a lot smoother. Now this is where we'll also be adjusting the shutter angle. Now this depends how sharp you want the overall effect to look. I recommend 250, but of course you can experiment and choose what you think is best. And now we're going to be adding on the rotation. So of course rotation is right here. Just come to the start of the video over here, and you want to toggle the animation on rotation. The first keyframe is going to stay at 0. Come all the way across to the end, and you want to just type here 360, which is of course a full circle. So then you've got a keyframe here, you've got a keyframe here, which are these two diamonds. And if we just place through, as you could see, we've now got the spin effect completed. Now just very quickly, I'm just going to go halfway through just to show you the difference between the shutter angles. So I'll put 150. As you can see, it's a bit less harsh. I'll put 100, again less harsh. You can even go say 500. As you can see, it just makes it a bit more intense. It's completely up to you. The max is 360, apologies there, but you can choose how you want it to look. So now, if I play it through, so we've got the spin completed. The final thing we're going to be doing is adding on the zoom. So come to the beginning of your adjustment layer, click on your video, go back 2 keyframes. So 1, 2, press Ctrl K to cut it. Now go to the end of your clip, of your adjustment layer, and go forward 2 frames. 1, 2. Press Ctrl K. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I want the zoom to actually happen before the rotation takes place. So right here, the zoom is going to happen. So clicking onto the video, what you want to do is head over to scale and toggle the animation. Now at the end, right here, you want to just boost this up. Whatever number you want to, it does not really matter. Now, heading on to the next clip, this part is important. Toggle the animation, come across to the end, and this time you don't want to toggle it too much because you'll need to keep this number consistent throughout the rest of your clip, and it'll make more sense. So I'm going to put it to 120, and what we're going to do, there's this last keyframe here. You want to left click, highlight it, press Ctrl C. Of course it is 120, if you remember it, by all means just remember it. Then you want to select the rest of the clip over here, just left click over in the effect controls and press Ctrl V to paste that in. So I'm just going to play it through like this. As you can see, it's going to zoom in, it's going to rotate, as you can see like that, and it's going to continue zooming in, just like that. And as you can see, that's why we need to create, or that's why we need the end clip to also have the same scale we had at the end of this clip here. So I'll play it through. As you can see, just like that. Now, you've seen how to do the zoom in. If you want it to do a zoom out transition, then this is what you'll need to do. Pay attention. So everything on the left, we need to start zoomed in. So first of all, we're going to change the scale to, I believe, no less than 120, just so it adds a bit of zoom like that. So by all means, this first clip, just add the scale, don't add the keyframing. Then on this clip here, which we have cut out, at the very beginning, of course, we need this to be on 120, like that. Then at the end, all you're going to do is press the reset parameter, and that's going to set it back to normal. And then the next clip, which is where the transition is actually going to happen, the first keyframe, we can set this absolutely massive, whatever you want to. And at the end, we're going to change this to the default. So if we play this through, just like that, what you've done is a spin, zoom out, transition, just like that. Super simple, super quick to do, and you can see it doesn't really require much effort. And by all means, play around with all the settings I have shown you in this video. There's no right, there's no wrong way. Be creative and have fun while you're doing it.